channel in this 3000 point game of Warhammer 40k 8th edition. Today we're going to have Chaos versus Space Marines. I'm not sure which chapter James is going to pick yet, so I'll give you a quick look at the table. This old Imperial outpost here, some bastions, some good line of sight blocking terrain. I'm going to mix this time with the mountains, and you can see line of sights going to be sort of obstructed everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's the chapter approved mission we'll be playing today. Scorched Earth, is it? The one where you've got the different objectives and you can raise them and that kind of stuff. The tables haven't been set up yet, but there's just a quick overview of what the table's going to look like. We'll take a look at the armies. And this is 3000 points of Chaos Soup. Gone for a sort of demon theme here, so we've got a battalion, a death guard, we've got a vanguard, a death guard, and we've got a spearhead of chaos and a patrol of demons. Now everything's just going to have the Nurgle alignment because it makes sense. So the warlord today, again, probably doesn't make tactical sense to pick this guy because he can be targeted, but we've got to take Mortarion because he is the warlord. He's been messing around, his demon engines are all coming out, his pets are coming around to play. So the battalion detachment, we've got Malignant Plaguecaster, and we'll cover psychic powers later. Miasma, Pestilence, basically. Putrescent Vitality is quite on most of them. Typhus there as well. I think the Plaguecaster's actually got Gift of Contagion and Miasma, Pestilence. Typhus got Putrescent Vitality, Miasma, Pestilence. And then there's 10 Poxwalkers, 20 Poxwalkers, 10 Poxwalkers. Also got a full unit of 3 of the little Blight Crawlers there. So they're going to be on a +1 ballistic skill while they remain as a unit of 3. And the Vanguard detachment, we've got a Lord of Contagion, who is going to have the relic, the suppurating plate. We've got the Blight Lord Terminators with a flail in there, a combi melter on the champion, and they've all got the axes. We've got a Foul Blight Spawn, and we've got a Hellbrute, who's actually got a twin las, not a multi-melter. He doesn't have the flame or a stormbolt or anything, he's just got the fist. And we'll go to the, the demon detachment. So we've got a Poxbringer, who's going to have Fleshy Abundance as his psychic power. Some little Nurglings. And then for the Chaos detachment, we've got a Warpsmith. We've got a Chaos Lord. I have got a Lord with a Power Maul and a Combi Bolter. But the model just looks so tiny when he's compared to the other guys, and I'm going to proxy this guy just so he's scaled up a little bit better. We've got a Mauler Fiend with a Lasher Tendrils. We've got 2 Chaos Predators, we're going all las cannons. And we've got a Helldrake there, Mortarion's pet. So in total, that's going to give me 10 command points to play with. The Legion trait for these guys, I'm going to pick Iron Warriors to make sense. I've got a lot of vehicles and demons, so we'll go Iron Warriors with those guys. And Mortarion's got Miasma, Pestilence, Putrescent Vitality. I think the third power I give him was Gift of Contagion as well, just to keep it simple and remember everything. So that is what 3000 points of a mixed Nurgle type army looks like. And here is the smallest yet probably the most devastating 3000 points of Ultramarines. Envious green Ultramarines. So James has actually brought Unbound. He's just going for the kill. Now this is a list he's probably used a few times. I think you just said you fought your brother's Knights army recently and just absolutely smashed it off the table. So we'll cover it through anyway. It's just a whole mix. So he's got a little Storm Talon there, which has got the las cannons and the Twin Assault Cannon. The Fire Raptor is Wyzywig. The Fellblade makes its return, Wyzywig. Got a Predator, and this has got a Hunter Killer on as well. We've got Kronos' Land Raider, Wyzywig with a Hunter Killer. A Twin Lads Razorback with a Hunter Killer. The Venerable Dreadnought there with twin auto cannons. And the Tech Marine with a Conversion Beamer. And last but not least, Brother Guilliman himself, to give all these lovelies rerolls to the hits and wounds. So it's going to be Operation Hide as much as you can, I think, for the Chaos Army. and see what we can come up with. So what we're going to do is sort out who's where with the deployment zones. We are going to play Scorched Earth, which is one where there's 6 objective points. You get a point a turn if you're on it, but if you're on one in your opponent's deployment zone, you can score D3 points and remove it from play. So there's a good chance of sort of sneaking in around. And James is going to keep all this lot together and just annihilate whatever it sees. But we'll come back with a table set up and the army. So I'm assuming Guilliman's... Actually, you'll get command points for Guilliman, don't you? Or do you get it only if it's still battle forged?
Battle forged, yeah, it's +3.
So you definitely don't get any for him? No? But I'm assuming Guilliman is the warlord, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Probably, it's the same with mine. It doesn't make tactical sense because you won't get command points back. So it's up to you. You don't want to make... I've made Mortarion mine just because he's the Primarch. He should be. But I'm hoping this should be... If, and it's a massive if, Mortarion gets anywhere near him, could have a Primarch v Primarch showdown. I can't see it happening though. I'll try. So the armies are down. We'll have a hammer and anvil set up. So there's a little bit of a Guilliman castle down here with Kronos, the Tech Marine, the Fellblade, and the other tanks. And objective marker 2 is just outside of James's deployment zone. The flyers are taking up the middle ground on objective 5. Obviously they can't score it, but they're just sort of hovering there. So for the Death Guard, if I manage to get that one, I can choose to raise it. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's another one down here. So objective marker 4 again, just in James's deployment zone. So that's another one that could be raised by the Death Guard. Then we'll come on to the Death Guard. So hiding down here, we've got our Hellbrute, Mortarion, and the Helldrake. Obviously, line of sight's a good thing. Obviously the flyers can be seen, but I've managed to hide them from James's mega castle. We've got the Lord and a couple of Predators down here. Again, just the Predator should be just out of the out of the tank. You can see from down there. The Predators can't see it, but these guys, the crawlers, can. I couldn't really hide everything from it, but I tried. So then we've got the Warp Smith, the Mauler Fiend, the can't remember what he's called now, the Poxbringer. There is an objective under here somewhere. Yeah, objective 6. So that one's worth D3 points to James if he wants to raise it. We've got our Zombie Horde with Typhus, the Foul Blight Spawn, and another Playcaster down here and an objective marker there. The Nurglings have already snuck into position on that one. And then we have the Terminators and the Lord of Contagion in reserve. So now I think is the important part, isn't it? James obviously finished setting up first because he had about 7 models to put down. So James is going to get a +1. Do you want to roll? And then I'll see if I can beat it. So James got a 2. It's a 4. So it's a Death Guard to go first unless James can seize. And I'm assuming you're going to try and steal the initiative. It's going to happen. No, so the Death Guard, turn 1. We're just saying with that. Basically, with your army, whatever you decide to pick on, if you get first turn, is dead. So I think, for me, first turn is important because it gives us a chance to get closer, but it also then puts me into the firing arc of all this stuff anyway, so I think I'll definitely take it just on the off chance I can get a little bit closer. So we're going to Death Guard, Chaos, turn 1. So the Death Guard have pushed up, pretty much advanced with everything. Used a command point on the Plaguecaster down here to get him to do a full 6 in advance. I think I got 6 on both front units, didn't have the zombies. They did pretty well. A 3 on the back squad, a 6 on the Foul Blight as well. And Typhus is just with 3 away from that. These guys didn't advance because they're going to have the missile launchers in range. Just the Nurglings have stayed still. These guys did all advance. Both Predators have had to move to get within firing position to see the big tank at the end. Actually, we're there. Well, anyway, I might not move them. I might go back because I'll probably be able to see the flyer. As you can see, the Helldrake's zoomed right up. Mortarion's advanced as well. He's in a pretty good position. He's still invisible to most of James's big stuff. As you can see from down there, a couple of the tanks can see him and the Predator, but nothing I can do about that. And the Hellbrute has stayed still. I'm going to have a think about these guys and see if I stayed still, if I can see anything. Yeah, looking back at it, these guys have stayed still. We're going to take them back because they've got good line of sight onto the 2 flyers from where they are. So we can maybe take out some of James's mobility. So we'll do an overview of the psychic phase because there's not going to be much in range, and then we'll come back. Yeah, so just a recap, because not much was in range. So the big 20 mob of zombies has putrescent vitality, so if they're still in range of typhus, they'll be toughness and strength 5. And Mortarion is -1 to hit with miasma pestilence. We're debating putting it on the crawlers, but we've decided Mortarion because I think James is going to pick on him early on. And with that, we'll go into the Death Guard shooting phase. So just a little amendment there. James obviously realised he's left his land speeder at home, so this is just a normal one with a heavy bolter. It doesn't have the missile launchers or the assault cannons. He's borrowed one of mine, and he decided to set him up there. Now obviously the Helldrake was coming over. I was going to probably bale flame this guy, but I'll probably just turn my attentions on this. So it's no big deal, and it didn't make any difference to the roll-offs or anything like that. And to be fair, it wouldn't have made any difference to the way I moved. Look, other than what we've done is we've just moved the Helldrake a bit more that way, so if I don't kill it with shooting, I'd obviously be able to like slam into it and charge it. So what we'll do, we'll go straight into the shooting phase, and I'm going to open up with a Helldrake, which is going to use its Bale Flamer. So it's D6 auto hits, which is 4. Right, so we've got 4 auto hits. It's toughness 5 against the Bale Flamer, strength 6. So we're looking for 3s to wound. So we've got 2 wounds, and it's -2 on the Bale Flamer. So it'll be 5 up saves at 2 damage a pop. Yeah. So it's took 4 damage. Next up, I'm going to play a stratagem on the Hellbrute, which is going to be Fire Frenzy, so it can fire twice at the closest visible enemy unit, which will be the Fire Raptor. Yeah, because I cannot see the little thing down there. So I can reroll 1s because I'm in range of Mortarion, but I'll be hitting on 4s because he's supersonic. So he's got 1 hit. I'm not going to command reroll that. I'm looking for a 3 to wound. It is a wound. So you've got to save on the Raptor of a 6. Oh, I thought you were going to get it there. Are you command pointing it or not? Oh, you don't have any. So D6 damage. 5, I'll keep that. That's a good start. So we'll go for the second wave with the twin las. And he doesn't hit any this time because it's a -1. So just 5 damage on the Raptor. And the back predator here is going to open up. He can see the Raptor up there as well. So he's going to go all his las, and there is a Chaos Lord there to give him a reroll 1. So we're looking for 4s, rerolling 1s. And that's a 1 there. We've got 2 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. I'm going to command point that one. Oh no, so we've got 1 wound, so another save of a 6 with a Raptor. No. Just 2. I was tempted to keep it for the damage roll. Right, the second predator is going for the same thing then. I'm going to have to try and take on this Raptor as quickly as I can because it's got super dagger. So we're looking for 4s, rerolling 1s. It's got 3 hits. Looking for 3 wounds this time. This could be big.
Oh my life!
James has just done a Dino, he's just 666'd it. What a roll that was, my lord.
That's just as well, really.
Yeah.
I would have cried as my pillow with that.
Well, that's mine and your battles, the las cannons, just, you know, I'm hoping yours are as bad, but with Guilliman in range, I doubt it. You know what, with that as well, apart from, there's 3 missile launchers off these guys are in range, and they're going to go for the Fell Blade, because that's all they can see, really, because they cannot see up to the flyers. So these guys normally hit on a 4. They don't get any penalties for moving and firing heavy weapons, but if they're in a squad of 3, that I'd want that hit roll. So we're looking for 3s. You've got 2 hits, but you are toughness 9, aren't you? So we're looking for 5s to wound. Nope, no wounds with these guys. And with that, it's just going to go into the charge phase then. So the Helldrake, I'm going to go for the speeder and go for an early first blood. And that'll be it because nothing else is in range. So I'll let James do some Overwatch. I think I'm only a couple of 2-3 inches away, so I'll go for the Helldrake's charge. It's definitely in. And then we'll let him do some Overwatch with his heavy bolter. So he's got a hit. A wound on a 5.
It's going to wound. No, it's not.
No. So we'll come back with the Helldrake's attack. So I've opted to come around the back with this guy. Now, full profile, I'll be on 4s to hit. 3s to hit, sorry, with 4 attacks. But because this has the fly keyword, the opponent had a 1 to the hit roll. So I'm going to keep my command points, and I'm going to use just my normal attacks. I'm not going to use Demon Forge. Or shall I? No, I'll not. So, actually, I'll tell you what I will. I'll use Demon Forge because it's one command point. So I'm going to reroll all failed misses and failed wounds. So I hit on 3s. What a good job I did. Actually, would hit on 2s because it's had 1, so that's 3 hits. I'll be wounding on 3s. Yep, so that's 3 wounds for James to save. It's -1 on the save, so he's looking for 4s. He's dropped 1. Drop 1, so it's D3 damage. So I'm looking for a 3 up. Yep, so it's gone. So that's 2 damage. So does it blow? Yay. No. So that's first blood. That's what I was going for, a cheeky first blood before my stuff starts to die in waves. So with that, that's the end of Death Guard turn 1. Bit of damage done on the Raptor, which will probably get rapidly healed when it flies over this way. And we'll come back after James's turn 1.
What are you sitting on?
So just to point out, the score at the end of this turn is obviously first bullet plus 1 for this objective. 1 for that objective. The Helldrake can't score anyway, so because it's got the flyer battle roll. So it's going to be 3 for this objective. So it's 4-0 at the end of turn 1, and James is busy moving. So James has moved, and look at this. They've huddled round. There's a game plan going on. Guilliman wants to tell them what it is, so everything's huddled around. Pretty much everything's moved. Obviously the Raptor's going to get healed up in a second. This is the only thing that's outside of Guilliman's reroll everything bubble, but it'll still get to reroll 1s because it's within 12 inches, or reroll misses, but it'll not get to reroll the lot. I can't remember what Guilliman's rule is now. Right. Yeah, so you can still reroll 1s within 12. I thought that's what it was. But everybody else, basically here, this whole pie, will be rerolling failed hits and wounds because they're all Ultramarines. They don't need it, so we'll let James have a think about where he's going to shoot because he's getting mob this side. As you see, it's hard to see because there's that many models in the way, but the Fellblade, you can see obviously the Helldrake, and that's about it really. A lot of stuff down this side. So we'll let James have a think about what he wants to do. He may want to reshuffle some stuff, I'm not sure. So yeah, James is happy. The Razorback, he's going to go straight into the shooting phase, and the Razorback's coming at the Helldrake. So he's hit, and he'll wound on a 3. It's a wound. Yeah, so that was a hunter killer, sorry, so it's hit. So it's -2, so he'll be on a 5 up or a demon 5 up, which he's saved. And then James, the 2 las cannons will be coming in hot as well. So we've got 1 hit, and we have a wound. So we're looking again for a 5. No. Do I command point it? Because this guy, you know what? I'm going to, because this guy's going to get a world of hurt coming his way. Oh, he saved. Yes. So the Razorback pumped his Stormbolters in as well and got a +2, and he missed, just so we'll cover that. So we'll let James decide on these other things to see what's going to die, basically, what he's going to pick on.
It doesn't pop.
So the Land Raider, Cronus' Land Raider, is going all guns. You know, the Helldrake, he hates these things. And he's Hunter Killer in as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with the Hunter Killer?
First, yeah.
So he hits on 2s. He's hit, he could reroll anyway because Guilliman's there.
Yeah.
So it's 3 to wound. It is a wound. Okay. For another 5 up on the Helldrake. Oh, so it's D6 damage from this one.
6.
Oh, just the one. Oh, you got no command points as well.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 lads hitting on 2s from Kronos. He can reroll the misses because Guilliman stood next to him. And he's wound on 3s, and he can reroll these as well because Guilliman's there. Ugh. So I need 4, 5 up, so this Helldrake is going to be cooked turkey. Well, he's made 1. I've used my command point, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got 3d6 worth of damage.
Oh my fuck.
Yes!
Yeah.
Well, I think after James's 3 6s that he deserves a bit of that luck. So
where's my command points?
Yeah, the command points will come in handy here.
Yeah.
But you decided to build a power list and and opt against them. So we'll take
Oh my.
Right, the heavy bolter is not finished yet anyway. The melter's just out of range, as is the storm bolter, so you can reroll those misses. I reckon you'll take on an extra few wounds off here anyway, but the heavy bolter's wounding on 5s. And reroll the miss to fail.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
4.
so didn't I? Oh, James, man. Give him a chance. So we're looking for 4 ups this time because of the -1. So he's dropped another 2 wounds. I thought he probably would. So he's down to 6.
Sorry.
So obviously checking line of sight and stuff as well. Obviously the stone bolter can peek out and hit these guys. It's actually the squad of 10 who haven't been boosted as well. So he's going to do a multi-melt and a stone bolter at these guys. Yeah, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s.
It's feast or famine, isn't it, today?
It is. So that's 2 wounds. I'll tell you what, just do the multi-melter as well, because all the saves are going to be the same. Actually, they're not, but that's a hit. And that is a wound. So I'll do the saves on the stone bolter, because the multi-melter is d6 damage, so it's literally going to vaporise a zombie. So 2 5-ups against a stone bolter. So we've lost the zombie, and then you've got d6 damage from the multi-melter. 1. So I could have just rolled them all together. So the one that take the multi-melt hit gets vaporised, so we've lost 2 poxwalkers from this squad.
Right, so
James is going to...
Hunter Killer first of all.
Yeah, Predator is going all guns blazing at the Heldrake. So the Hunter Killer has hit. It is a wound. Come on, Heldrake. No. So it's d6 damage from this one. That's 3. He's got 3 left. May as well do your las cannon. You should finish it off here. The Predator didn't move, by the way, if people are wondering. So he's hitting on 3s. He's re-rolling misses. And he's wounding on
again.
Wounding on 3s. And re-rolling failed because he's within 6 of Guilliman. So we've got 3. I've got 3 wounds left. I need to make really all of these. Oh, he's failed 1. James rolls another 1 or a 2. It's still on the table. No, he's definitely gone. And it doesn't matter if he blows up because there's nobody nearby. So the Dread is going to pump his auto cannons in. Did you see the smaller squad or the big squad?
We're going to small squad.
Smaller squad, yeah.
Obviously, I've got the 2 d6 rolls for the 10 man.
Yeah. So there's 8 guys left in that squad. So he'll be hitting on 2s. And he can reroll the misses because he's venerable. Well, because he's next to Guilliman, sorry.
Anyway, so
and he'll be wounding on 2s because this squad's T3.
No.
And he can reroll the fields. There's another one in there. So, and these are all 2 damage a pop.
Yeah.
With an auto cannon onto.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, they were all.
It should be all of them, yeah. Did it off camera. When the smoke clears, yep, that's the squad gone. So we'll have James, I think he's got obviously the Fellblade left and the 2 flyers.
12, yeah, we'll do that.
So the Storm Talon's going to open up. He's going to go las cannons down there at that crawler. And the assault cannons are just in range of these guys down here.
Las cannons then, hitting on the 2 first.
Hit on 3s normally, -1 because you moved. Yeah, -1 because you moved, there's 4s. Then back down to 3s because he's got strafe and run because they don't have fly. So it's basically, yeah, you just hit on 3s. So the both hit, you could reroll anyway because Guilliman's there. He'd be wounded on 3s. 2 wounds. So we need 2 demon saves of a 5-up. We need to make these. No!
Demon
so
saves on working today.
2d6, no, that's going to be the big difference. 2d6 damage. 7. Well, that's enough to kill 1, but it's got its disgusting resilience. So that's 7 disgusting resilience coming up. Oh, it doesn't make any. It's got 1 wound left. Not 1. Yeah, my saves are letting me down so far.
Good, yeah.
So, just point out there, he's down to 1 wound, they get 8 wounds. So the zombie squad can reroll the 1 and he gets strafe and run, so the 2's a hit.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I think.
Oh, because... Yes.
Oh, no. It isn't, because it's -1 because it's heavy. So you'd be 2s, then 3s, but you can re-roll because it was a 2.
It was a 2, yeah.
Yeah, because of Guilliman there. So you've got all bar 1 hit, and these are wound on 3s. And you can re-roll those fails. That's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I get no armor save. Can I get any disgusting resilience with this zombie squad? Well, I make 3 that time, so that's 6 gone.
Yeah.
Right, the Fellblade's decided to open up now, so it's going to go multi-melter, demolisher cannon, and heavy bolter into this zombie squad, and then it's going to go its quadlars and main gun into these guys.
This could be, cannon.
Yeah, so it's d6 shots from the demolisher. Oh. Ouch.
Yeah.
So he's hitting on 3s re-rolling. And it's wounding on 2s. Re-rolling, but you've got them all. I'm just going to do the next bit off camera because each one's d6 damage and it's probably going to nuke the zombie. So just, I tell you what, roll all those dice there and we'll see how many damage I've got. If any are 1 or 2, I'll attempt to save them. So maybe there's a couple there that I'm going to attempt to save, the rest are dead.
Heavy
So
bolter.
price, 6 died. So yeah, heavy bolter, they're all hit. Wounding on 4s, and you can reroll. because they're toughness 5 at the moment. Ugh, so that's 5, so I've got 5 disgustings. Looking for 5 ups. Ooh, 2, yeah. So another 3 have hit the deck. So the multi-meller's hit, alright. Looking for a 3 though. Yeah. Just roll a d6, see how much damage you get. Alright, I'll attempt to save that one then. No, so even the multi-melter takes a solid round off one, so there's another one gone. Luckily these guys don't suffer from morale. So there's 4 zombies left in what was a 20-man squad. Oh, so here come 8 las cannons. Oh, just 3 misses, but you can re-roll because Guilliman's it.
I'll re-roll the cut one.
Nah, there'll be 3s to wound, so you can re-roll the failed. That's 5 wounds. So we're looking for 5 demon saves now, please. 5 ups. We've made 2, so there's 3d6 damage. You roll them 1 at a time, because there's 1 on 1 wound. So he's got to take 4. So 4 disgustings on the lead guy. Oh! I've used my command point as well, haven't I? So he's dead. We'll roll to see if he blows up in a second. So the next lot of damage. Ooh, 6. So he's took 5, so he's got 3 wounds left. Oh, there you go, and you get a 3 as well.
What?
So he's saved 2, so he's got 2 wounds left. We'll see if my crawler blows up on a 4. He does. So I need to make another disgusting. Nope, so he's down to 1 wound. A disgusting on the crawler behind him. He's lost a wound. And we'll do some other ones in a minute because there's lots of stuff around it. So the mortal wounds have been taken off there. Typhus passed his save, Ads did the poxwalker. There's a mortal wound taken on the Mauler Fiend, but it heals a wound at the start of my turn, and James cannot see it with anything else left to shoot, so we've just left it off. And obviously the guy here has lost a mortal wound.
Oh, actually, I forgot to do shit.
So you've still got your main.
Yeah, that's what I forgot to do. Tech Marine.
Main guns. Well, we'll do the Tech Marine later because he said you were going to heal it anyway, so you can just do that at the end of your turn. Right, but so you've got the 2, the cannon. Now we'll go on here. There's a 2d6 profile of the solid 2. Sorry, just point that out. This crawler's part of the unit, we just totally forgot. So he wouldn't suffer a wound, and he'd already took the mortal wound. So instead of being on 2, he was on 1.
Yeah, so
2d6 shots from the main cannon. He's got 5. You're hitting on 3s. And you can reroll the misses.
6s again.
It's a solid round of hits. So it's strength 8, so it'll be 3s to wound. And you can reroll the failed wounds.
Guilliman.
Oh, Guilliman for the win. So that's 4 wounds and it's -3 you said, so I'm on the demon save. Come on demons. Just 1. And what was the damage?
Oh,
I think it was 2, wasn't it, for this profile? There's 3 gone through.
Just a standard, yeah.
So it's 2 damage a time. So I'll do the 2 on the first one. So he's dead. And then we'll do the last 2. So he's took 1 wound. He took 3 wounds, so he'll be down to 5 wounds, and we'll see if the other one blows up. He does.
Oh, no.
So after the smoke clears, pretty much everything's took a wound round there this time. The Mauler Fiend we've knocked the wound off, because obviously, as I've covered before, that'll be its 2nd mortal wound. So it'll heal 1 at the beginning of my turn, which we've left off just to remember. And then James has got his Fire Raptor still to go, and there ain't many models left on my side of the table.
We'll do Mortarion first.
So the Raptor, he's going to start with Mortarion. What he's doing basically, the twin las, well not twin las, it's 2 las, isn't it? Or is it twin las?
It's two twin las.
2 twin las are going down for Mortarion. He's doing the main gun, the rotor cannons at these guys, and the 4, well the quad heavy bowlers at these guys. So I'm going to have pretty much no Death Guard left this side of the table, I don't think. So this one, I need basically, he hits on a 3, but he's at -1 to hit Mortarion, so he hits on 4s really, and he can't reroll the 3s. So you got 2 rerolls there.
Oh,
just a 1 hit this time. Yeah. 1 hit, but he will wound on a 3. It is a wound.
Yeah.
So we've got a 4 up in one for Mortarion. Oh no, so it's D6 damage.
At least 6.
Oh, this is going bad. So we've got 6 disgusting new resilience for Mortarion. He needs to make a lot of these or he's going to be trouble. 3, that's not too bad.
Zombie squad then.
Yeah, so the Avenger cannon on the front. And we can reroll those misses. They all hit, and it's strength like 7 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, it'd be 3s to wound because they're on toughness 5 at the minute.
Oh, all wounds didn't need them this
Wow,
time.
they all wound. It's 2 damage a time, isn't it?
It is on these.
They're dead. I'll just take them off, they're dead. So first half of the quad heavy bolters. Rerolling all these misses. All bar 1. This should be, well, almost enough I reckon to kill the squad, but by the time the second wave comes in...
Tell you what, I'll just roll
these to wound, yeah, and we'll see how
again.
many's left alive. Because you're rerolling these as well and you're wounding on 3s. So that's 11.
Yeah, me.
So we get a +1 armor save from the barricade. I wasn't going to put this on camera because I thought they'd die anyway, but because the second wave would have just killed them. But then failed 10 and made no disgusting resilience, so that's the full squad gone. And that, I think, is the end of your turn though, isn't it? That's everything that's fired. These guys are no more. So the Raptor's been healed up as well. They're on 11 wounds now by the looks of it. So what a shooting phase that was. Look at that. My dead pale is humongous. We're going to Death Guard, turn 2. So James at the end of that turn as well is on 2 points because he's sitting on objective 2 and objective 5, so it's 4-2. And the Death Guard had moved. These 2 guys advanced, as did Typhus. This has stood still. He advanced, as did the Warpsmith, who's also healed a wound on him. The Poxbringer has come round this way. This Predator's had to move out to get line of sight on anything because it was just out, so you can see at the minute, you can see down there, you can just see the Fellblade. This guy can see up at the Raptor. The Lord's just moved in the middle to make sure he's within 6 of both. This guy stayed still. Mortarion got a whopping 6 on his advance roll. So he's getting closer. Obviously he can't charge his turn. These Terminators have dropped in to sit on 4. And this guy's got in here. Just over 9 away from there. So what we plan to do is obviously... Well, we might keep this objective tactically. We might get rid of this one if we can manage to get the charge. Oh, there's the Hellboot as well. I need to move the Hellboot up because I just forgot about him. And then we'll come back with my psychic phase. So the Hellboot's moved up a little bit. So you can see a couple of the tanks and the flyers. So we're going to go into the psychic phase and hopefully do some damage. So at the end of the psychic phase, we'll just cover it. This guy did Fleshy Abundance on the Crawler, healed it up to 7 wounds. We had some smites from down here and the Gift of Contagion, and luckily managed to get -1 toughness on the tank, which might help with the melter shots coming in. There's not many guns, but it means I'm wounding on a 4 instead of a 5, which could help. And like a couple of smites, just doing 2 or 3 wounds on it here and there. Mortarion managed to cast off Miasma of Pestilence on himself. And we've got Putrescent Vitality on this guy as well, so he's going to go up into a 6. So we're going to go into the Death Guard shooting phase. Don't know if I pointed out the Hellboot as well, he did move before. So we'll go into the shooting phase, and I've got 5 command points left. So we're going to start down here. This guy who is in Melter double range is going to go against the Fellblade. So we've got the multi-melter hitting on a 4 now. Do I command point this? Yes, command point. Right, it hits. I need a 4 to wound. It is a wound, it's -4, so do you get a 2-up armor? So the Fellblade does get a 2-up armor, maybe on a 6-up save. I need James to fail this. So it's 2d6 and pick the highest. Ugh, 3, well that's okay. At least he did damage. He's down to 21 wounds. Got the missile launcher. Has hit. This will also wound on a 4. No, it doesn't wound, so that's that guy's shot. Right, we're going to go for this guy, the Foul Blight Spawn. So we'll see what strength he's going at the Fellblade. So the strength is 6. Number of shots, just 2. This guy never does well for me. So we're looking for 5s to wound, and I can reroll 1s because it's a plague weapon. Nothing. They are all going to die. So we'll come straight down here. This Predator is going to do its 4 las cannons at this guy. So we're looking for 4s. Actually, I'm putting the stratagem on him so he doesn't get the minus to move and fire. So he'd be hitting on 3s, and that'll knock me down to 4 command points. You can reroll 1s because of the Chaos Lord. And then we'll be wounding on 3s. And we've used my command points. That's 2 wounds on the Fellblade at -3, so 2 5-ups. Save one.
Nice.
5 damage though, that's good. Knocks it down to 16 wounds. This one is going to pop shots up at the fire raptor, so he didn't move. So he'll be hitting on 3s normally, 4s because he's still supersonic, and I get to reroll 1s. So we've got 2 hits, 3s to wound, just the 1 wound. No save. Come on, big roll. Oh, the 1, just the 1.
That's alright. I haven't said that. Your dice rolls the past couple of games. I think it's just averages. It's just.
It is, yeah. I've done really well last time. We fired the Hellbrute, didn't do anything at this guy. Fired the multi-melt I got through, did 1 damage to this. So we're just going to do the small arms. Mortarion can't shoot his pistol, and this guy's not going to go no guns. So the small arm's taking a couple of wounds off this guy as well. Right, it's going to go into the charge phase. So the Lord of Contagion is bravely going in because I want to wrestle this objective where he's going in against this guy.
We've got a mark you got there.
It should be a 9 because he was just over 9. And everybody else from this side advanced, so I can't do any charges down there. They're all dead. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll roll the dice and then we'll let James do some Overwatch. Right. So we'll see if he gets in first. Right, we'll command pointing this. He's in. He's in.
Stormbolter
So Stormbolter's an Overwatch. Oh, 2 hits. Be 5s to wound. 1 wound. He's out of range of Guilliman, this guy as well. So he's saved. And then you've got the 2 las cannons. And he can. No, he's out of range of Guilliman, isn't he? So he's missed.
This one. Oh.
He's missed because 6s.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So the Lord of Contagion got in. What I've decided to do is he moved these 11. I'm going to forego this just because I've got a chance here with a good roll to silence Kronos. He's moved in, got to about here, and then he's piled in 3 to the closest. So he's actually tagged both of these. Can't obviously attack Kronos. So we're going to do the attacks on the Razorback. So we've got 4 dice. We're hitting on 2s. And we can reroll nothing because we're not in range of Mortarion. And now he's got the thing on, so he's actually going to be at strength 8. There's +3 for the Man Reaper. I don't think I got any 6s when I rolled a hit there, did I? No. So we're looking for 3s to wound. We've got 3 wounds on the Razorback. So James has got 3 saves of 6s to make with the Razorback. Oh, he's made 1, but that's 6 damage. It is enough to go through each one's flat 3. So does he blow, James? No. He doesn't. So that's the Razorback gone. And obviously James can activate Kronos to do some attacks back. We'll do them off camera. So Kronos gets 6 attacks, hits on 6s. And he can reroll because he's in range of Guilliman.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 hits and he actually wounds on 3s because he's strength 8. So they both go through. There's no minuses to this, so it's just a flat 2 up. He's dropped 1 and then he's got his Disgusting, which he's passed. And because he's got the suppurating plate, on a 4 up you'll take a mortal wound because he made an armor save. No, so you're okay. So with that, that's about as good as I can do, so we'll have to score the points up. I'm going to keep a hold of this one, or will they just all be wiped off the face of the planet? For D3, that's the thing now, I get a point, or I can get D3 points and get rid of it. I'm going to keep the point. I'm not going to raise it, so we'll get 1 point for that one. 2 points for down there. 3 points for there. 4 points, so there's another 4 points to the Death Guard. I'm definitely playing the points game here, which will take me 8 to 2. We'll move into Guilliman, turn 2. So James has finished moving and he's done some healing. The Fellblade's back up to 19 wounds. These guys are all in hover mode now, making the biggest use of the quarterback Guilliman in his huddle. The Land Raiders fell back out of combat. The Dreadnought and the Predator didn't move. The Fellblade did, but he doesn't matter anyway. So James has opened up the whole board to absolutely muller whatever he wants. So we'll go straight into his shooting phase. So he's going to start with the Predator, who's going to Stormbolt at the Lord of Contagion and do all the lads into Mortarion. Yeah. So he's hitting on 3s. And he can reroll because he's still within 6 of Guilliman, I think. Yeah. And they'll be winning on 5s. With a reroll.
Just as well. Oh dear.
No. To be fair, I didn't expect you to do anything to him anyway. It's the main events on Guilliman, so we've got 4 lads. And these, so that 3's a miss. So you've got 3 las cannon hits because the 3 was a hit then a miss. And you can reroll all these ones anyway. 2 wounds on Morty. So we'll just point out there as well, move Mortarion back with his wounds. We'll notice he had a 7 on, he hadn't been that badly damaged. So 2 invuln saves against the las cannons. I'm going to use a command point for this one. It doesn't go off because it was that dice. So it's D6 damage on Morty.
Yeah.
1, oh, what a waste of a command point. Because he's made it. No, I think it was worth it. That'll knock me down to 3 command points. And let James think about what he's going to shoot next. So the Dreadnought's opening up next. He's going to spin round and put his cannons into this guy. So James will be hitting on 2s, re-rolling. That's all bar 1. And he's wounding on 3s, re-rolling. That's all of them at -1. So we've got 7 saves of a 3. He's dropped 3, and these are 2 damage each. So he's got 6 disgusting saves to make, which he's made 3, so he's dropped 3 wounds. He's hanging in with 3 wounds. Where next?
We'll throw Guilliman's.
Oh, Guilliman's gonna.
What's he? What is that? 24.
Oh yeah, Guilliman's Fist of Damnation or whatever it's called is gonna come in down here. Actually, Guilliman's going into the foul blade spawn down here because he's just within sight 12, so that'll be 6 shots because it's rapid fire 3, hitting on 2s, re-rolling. So he's 5 hits. Strength 6, he's looking for 3s, re-rolling. They all wound, so that's 5 saves at -1. Looking for 4-ups. I think these are 2 damage each as well, aren't they? He's dropped 4. They are 2 damage each, so he needs to make a lot of these or the full blight he's dead. He's not 1, didn't make 1 again. He's dead.
The 2 last first.
So the Storm Talon's going to open up. He's doing the Assault Cannon at this guy because he is the closest now, and then he's going to Las Cannon this guy. So he'll be hitting on 3s because he's got strafe and run even though he's -1. And he can reroll because Guilliman's there. He's got 2 hits. He'll be wounding on 3s. Double wound. He's been rolling good today, James. Looking for demon saves. He's made them both. Ooh, I need to make some saves. And then we've got 12 assault cannon rounds coming into the malignant playcaster. Yep, they all hit. Wounding on 3s. And re-rolling. Ouch. It's 11, isn't it?
11, yeah.
Going for 11, 4-ups. That's 4 wounds got through. He's got 4 wounds, so he needs to make one of these disgustings. He's made 1. There's a dice on the floor. He's made 1, so he's got 1 wound left. Right, so the Fire Raptor's going to put all its quad bolters into the load of contagion, and it's going to put its main gun and twin lasers into Mortarion down the field there, and it was the... Well, so is that's it, isn't it? Yep, that's it. So
we'll go with the last. See what we'll do.
So yeah, so he did move. So he'd be hitting on same because he's got power of the machine spirit, and he can reroll the misses. Oh, she's only got 1 hit because the 3's a miss, isn't it? Because of his miasma pestilence. It is a wound though.
For the last cannon.
So we're looking for a 4-up invuln. Yes, the Mortarion lives for now.
He survives.
So all
10 into
the main gun into Mortarion, yeah. So you can reroll the 1s and 2s. Yeah, just 1s, yeah. So basically everything bar 1 hit.
Yeah.
So he's looking for 5s to wound rerolling because it's within range of Guilliman. It's going to be a -2, so he'll be on his invuln save anyway, but it's 2 damage a pop this as well. So we've got 4 wounds.
Not many.
We've got 4 invulns. Come on, Morty. Oh, he's dropped 3. Which is 2 damage a pop, so he needs to make 6 disgustings. Made 2, so he's down to 11 wounds now. So the quad heavy bolters will just roll off camera because there's a lot of dice. He's got 10 wounds on the load of contagion. So I'm looking for 3-ups. Oh no. So 5 go through, and we're looking for some disgusting saves. Come on, dude. He saved 2, taken 3. The load of contagion is no more. What are you gonna do? So the fell blade, it took James a long time to decide what he's going to do anyway. He's going to go quad las at this predator. He's going to go twin heavy bolter at this guy, demolisher and multi-melter at this guy, which is just out of multi-melter range. Then he's going quad las and the main gun at Mortarion. So I'll roll for these guys off camera, see what happens, and we'll save the Mortarion roll. So it's basically the las cannon left the quad into Mortarion in the main gun. The heavy bolters, twin heavy bolters, were enough to kill this guy. Miraculously, this guy saved, I think, the multi-melter hit or something anyway, but he only took a couple of wounds off the demolisher cannon. The Predator down here, James got 4 hits, 3 wounds, and 11, 12 damage or something. That just absolutely blew it off the planet. So now he's got a quad las and the main gun going into Mortarion. So the quad las, he can reroll the 1s, and the 3s are miss. So he's got 3 hits, wounding on 3s. This could sting a lot. Oh, 3 wounds. 3 4-ups needed for Morty. Oh, he's dropped 2. That's 2d6.
Hi. No. 6.
Oh, Mortarion, come on, he needs to make all these. He's made 2, so he's took 4 wounds. I think he's down to about 6 or something.
He's down to 8.
Down to 8 wounds. Come on, Morty. So what mode of fire is James going to use? Because he's got one that's heavy 2, strength 14, 6 damage flat, or he can do 2d6 shots.
Yeah, we'll go 2d6.
Going for the 2d6 shots, which are 2 damage each as well. Oh, 6. I need you to roll bad here. So you can reroll, so they've all hit so far. So you've got 5 hits. So it is strength 8, so it's 3s to wound Mortarion. And rerolling. Oh, so 3. So he's got 3 4-up in ones. Made them 2 of them, and it's 2 damage. He's made them all. He saved the main cannon. He's still absolutely knackered though. I think that's probably, well, nothing should be in charge range, I don't think. It's probably the end of your turn, is it?
Yeah.
So James has scored a point for objective 2.
I have stupidly hidden that.
And we'll go into...
Never mind.
Go into Death Guard turn 3. So the Death Guard, they don't have much left in them, but they're going to go and try and smash some stuff. So these guys have all moved up, nothing's advanced. This guy hasn't even advanced because he's got a melter gun in range of that dread. The Poxbringer down here did advance, and he's now just within Healy range, casty range of Mortarion. So we can maybe heal him up, or even the Blight Hauler. This Predator's had to move around to get a line of sight on the Fellblade down there. And the Chaos Lords just stayed still. These little Gribblies have stayed still. The Hellbrute's actually stayed still because it's got a good line of sight to the Raptor or the Predator. And these guys have moved up because I'm probably out of charge range, but I think I'm going to get rid of that this turn. Mortarion's within 3 of that. And so what we'll do, we'll recap the psychic phase when we'll come back. I've got 3 command points left, so I'm probably going to use some stratagems in the shooting phase. Psychic phase done. Mortarion will be at a -1 to hit, and he has been fleshly abundantly healed, just for 1 wound though. Kronos took a couple of damage from Smite. This guy got smitten. Typhus has cast Blades of Putrefaction on himself. And... no, he doesn't have Blades of Putrefaction, it's Putrescent Vitality to increase his toughness and thingy. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Cursed. He got the Dreadnought, which is the closest vehicle model there, got cursed by the Warpsmith, who didn't have anything to heal this turn. So that's the end of the Psychic phase. So I'm going to start down here, and I've spent the command point, so this guy won't get the -1 to his move and shooting for heavy weapons. And this guy's going to go and open up against the Fellblade. Yeah, the Fellblade. So we'll be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. They've all hit this time, but you are toughness 9, so it's going to be 4s to wound. Got 3 wounds, so 3 saves of a 5 up.
Oh, this time.
None, so it's 3d6.
Poor dice. Oh,
you know what? I'm going to spend my last command point.
Oh, you twat.
Do I? Actually, do I? How many does that knock him down to?
That's 12, 13, he's down to 6.
Yeah, go on. Last command point. Yes, that's 4, so that's 14 damage. So that knocks him down to 5.
Oh,
that's going to help.
Ouch. He's gone, isn't he? You get a charge in next.
Well, I'm going to hopefully charge him. What I'm going to do, this guy's going to shoot his melter gun down here at the Dreadnought. So he'll hit on 2s. He does hit. He'll wound on 3s. He does wound, there's no save because it's -4. And it's just d6 damage. 3. So, oh sorry, you're venerable, aren't you, that dreadnought?
Yeah.
Right, so he's down to 2 wounds, but you'll need to make 6 venerable saves as well. So 6 6-ups. Yeah, so James didn't make any venerable saves, so he's down to 2 wounds. Right, Mortarion is going to use the lantern, and he's going to shoot at the fell blade. And what you don't want to show people is it's a beam weapon, so basically I'm going to use this, and whatever it touches, it hits on a 2-up. So normally you can't target Guilliman, but his brother's going to get a sly little hit at him, because you go from the closest point on the base to the closest point on the model. And I've just knocked Kronos' dice off there, but it literally goes through that, shoot from that angle, and it hits this guy. You measure to the base on this guy, so he's safe, it doesn't hit him, but it does hit Guilliman, and it does hit this as well. So we'll roll up to see if he hits them. So we're hitting on 2, so the Land Raider is hit, Guilliman is hit, and the Fellblade itself, I think that's it, 3 6s. Ooh! Right, so we'll roll a wound, it's strength 8, so we've got 3s. I don't know if it's a plague weapon. So sorry, did that slightly wrong. It's basically you make a hit roll on your target, which was the Fellblade, which it hit because it rolled a 6. And then everything under the line is automatically hit. You just make a wound roll. So I'll roll the dice again, because otherwise it would have been a wound, and then I'd have to go back. So 4 up for the Land Raider, yep. It'll be a 3 up for Guilliman, yep. And then it'll be a, your toughness 9 still on that, aren't you? It'll be a 5 up for the Fellblade. Yeah, so it's wounded all of them.
Exactly.
So exactly what I needed, yeah. So it's -3 and 3 damage. So the Land Raider will get a save of a 5.
Exactly.
Save Guilliman will get an invuln 3.
Exactly what I need. Oh no.
No, he's failed. So Guilliman's took 3 damage, and the Fellblade will get a. No, so that's took 3. So the Fellblade's down to 2. These guys, the melter's out of range. I'm going to go all that combi bowlers into this guy, but we'll just roll off camera. So we'll manage to tickle a wound off the Predator. The Hellbrute down here is going to use Fire Frenzy. I'd have to go at the closest model, which I'd spent my command point 4. Yeah, we'll just go all of them against the Predator. And then we'll try and kill it. So 4 shots against the Predator coming in hot. Looking for 3s. So we've got 2 wounds. So you've got 2 6 up with the Predator. No, 2d6, it's got 10 wounds. Oh, 4. It's still on 6 wounds, it's pretty good. So this guy, because he hits on 4s, I'm going to put the Acid Maw into the Dreadnought, which is like the D3 assaulty weapon. And I'm going to put the missile launcher and the other thing into the Fellblade. So we'll start with the multi-melter on 4s. No. The missile launcher. No. And D3 shots from the thingy. 3. So these will hit on 4s. 1 hit on the Dreadnought. It's going to be a 5 to wound. No, he doesn't do anything. No. He may go. He's my Overwatch food anyway. That's what he was basically there for. So we need to declare some charges. So basically, Typhus is going to go in against the Dreadnought. The Crawler is going to go against the Dreadnought and the Land Raider. This guy's going to go against the Fellblade. And Mortarion is going to go against the Land Raider. But only after really. Only hopefully after I get in there with somebody else. But anyway, we'll roll some distances.
What's the blistering 6s come out here?
So 8, so Typhus will make it in definitely. Oh, the Mauler Fiend's definitely made it in. The Crawler's made it in. Oh, and Mortarion has made it in. So all the charges are in. We'll do some Overwatch off camera and see what I've got left alive. So you might notice the Mauler Fiend is dead. It got absolutely battered coming into Overwatch. James rolling exceptionally well. Hit with a melter and 3 of the las cannons just was enough to just kill it off. The little plague drone as well also got smashed on the way into Overwatch by the Land Raider. It was just within 7 of a couple of units though, so it managed to take a wound off some of them, and a wound off Typhus as well, and a wound off the Mauler Fiend, which obviously helped kill the Mauler Fiend on the way in. So Kronos will get to shoot Overwatch at Mortarion again. Did do some wounds, but not enough to kill him. So Typhus basically has made it in against the Dreadnought. Mortarion's made it in at the start of the phase. He's obviously going to tag into both. And he's in there. If the Crawler was alive, then obviously Guilliman would have swung in as well. So we're going into the Death Guard assault phase.
He's going to regen anyway.
So Mortarion's Plague coming into effect because he's so damaged now will be 6s. So everything got missed except Guilliman, and it just caused a single mortal wound. So we're going to start the assault phase with... I'm going to start with Typhus to see what he can do. So 4 dice, hitting on 2s. I can not reroll 1 because Mortarion's just out of range, I think. Yeah. My strength has been improved, so it's 9, so we wound on 3s, which it would have done.
Oh,
it is a plague weapon, so we can reroll 1s. So that's 3 wounds at -3, and each one's 3 damage. Thank God for it being a plague weapon. So you need 6s. He's definitely gone because that'll be 6 wounds unless you can make 5 6s on the dice. I doubt you can. So does he blow?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God he doesn't blow. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay put with Typhus because I don't think you can tag anything else that's already tagged. So he'll just stay put rather than consolidate because I'll be able to score this. We'll move on to Mortarion. So now Mortarion's on 4 wounds, knocked him down to 4 attacks, but he's going for a smash attack. He's going for the big heavy attacks, all against Kronos' Land Raider. We're looking for 2s. You can reroll the 1s. It's hit, and we've got the Death to the False Emperor, extra 1, which is also hit. So Mortarion is strength 8. This weapon is double strength, so he's 16, so if he wound the Land Raider on 2s, he's got a plague weapon, so he can reroll. So they all wound. James needs to make 5 saves at -4. He'll be on 6s with Kronos. None. So we've got 5d6 damage. Oh yeah, because there's 10, 16, 17, 19 damage.
Right.
So does he blow? No. So we'll take 19 damage off this guy. He's gone. Does Kronos die when he comes out on a 1? No, he did last time, didn't he? Always dies when you bring him out. So Kronos is out within 3. The Land Raider's gone, and Mortarion will probably sneak up 3 inches a bit closer. Or is he good where he is? He's probably good where he is. Actually, Mortarion is going to move. He's going to move 3 inches closer to the nearest enemy model. I'm actually going to move and touch him there. And be within 3 of that. And I'm going to raise that objective to stop James getting it back. And I'm going to raise that objective. So there'll be 2d3 victory points for these. Oh, 6. And that gets rid of that. And it gets rid of that. Because the only way I think I can survive still is by just killing, like, keeping on these objectives and keeping you others. So there's 6 points to the Death Guard. Plus that one which wasn't in your deployment zone. 7, 8, 9. And I moved off that one. So 9 points to the Death Guard that turn. That was a big scorer. So the scores before going to James's turn 3 are 17 points to the Death Guard and 3 to the Marines. But, you know, it looks dire. I know this guy's on 1 wound.
Oh, actually, no problem.
But probably only a few inches. But these flyers still have massive mobility. And it's not out of the game. The firepower on this thing can still just remove units. So we'll see where James goes.
Yeah,
movement. So we forgot, basically, the Predator got some attacks before but didn't do anything at Mortarion. So James has pulled around. He's formed a defensive perimeter around Guilliman. The Tech Marines, basically everything moved anyway, didn't it? Just sort of shuffled around. Yeah. He fell back out of combat. He's healed 3 wounds on the Fellblade, so it's up to 4. It'll be hitting on 5s now. Guilliman, as you can see, is in the centre and he's surrounded by all this stuff. The Flyers are still in hover mode. But my army's in for a world of hurt this turn, I think. Let's face Mortarion towards his 4. He knows where he's going. He's hunting down his brother. I don't think he's got enough legs left in him to make it, but he might do. So my mission anyway is just hide as much as I can from James with some stuff. Hope I don't die out. Because this is only turn 3. Let's see what we can do. So this guy's going to put his conversion beam out. He's just rolled. He's got a shot and hit into the Terminators. It doesn't wound, but he is within range of Guilliman to reroll filled wounds. So it does wound, because obviously it's got a range of 42, but at over half range, I think it's strength 8 -1, 2 damage.
It is, yeah.
So these guys were far enough away for it to be effective. Now they're not in cover, so they'll be on a 3-up armour. -1, wasn't it? 2 damage. Oh, they've saved. It was worth a cheeky shot, that one, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously the Predator can't shoot because it's fell back, so we'll just let James have a think about what he's going to do.
Right.
I did point out, sorry, James did say Stormwaller's into Typhus as well. But there's, I think you got 2 wounds and I saved.
Yeah.
So Kronos is going to throw a crack grenade at Typhus. He has hit. A wound on a 4 because of miasma, not miasma, the putrescent vitality, so he gets a reroll. No, doesn't pay off. Guilliman's going point blank at Typhus. So 6 shots, hits on 2s. Rerolling. Mortarion's wings hiding some there. I am toughness 6 at the minute, so these will wound on 4s. Rerolling. So that's 3 wounds. Yeah. So Typhus will be, it's -1. He's in the crater, so you're looking for 2s. It's 2 damage a pop though, isn't it? Yeah. I can't believe I just failed 2 saves. So we're looking for 5s. He's got 3 wounds left. Oh, he saved a lot, but he's disgusting. I've got a feeling Guilliman's going to get decapitate him though in the assault phase probably. Leaves James his 2 flyers and his tank.
So I'll go las first.
Yeah, so this guy's going to pop his las cannons into the Predator downfield and the assault cannons into the Warp Smith. So he'll be hitting on 3. Hang on, wait there.
Oh no, so he's sitting on 3s, yeah. So they both reroll.
Yeah, you can reroll both.
Oh my life.
Oh, he's missed. The 2 las cannons have missed the Predator. Woof! But I think this could be the end of the Warp Smith. So you can reroll all their misses. So it's all bar 1. It's 11 hits and you'll be wounded on 3s. And you can reroll failed. Wow. That many. That's 9 wounds. I'm just going to use James's dice. It's going to be easier. So this is going to be 3 ups because it's -1. There's 3 wounds. This guy doesn't get it disgusting, so he's dead. So the Fell Blade is going to open up now to give James, he wants to keep the Raptors, a bit of flexibility. So he's going Demolisher, Heavy Bolter, Multi-Melter, and he's going Main Gun, Quad Las into Mortarion, and a Quad Las down there into the Predator.
On 5s.
So which one you starting with?
We'll go with a 6 Heavy Bolter.
Yeah, well, we'll roll these off camera and see if I'll roll my saves.
Right.
I thought Typhus would probably die, but miraculously James missed. He was hitting on 5s. We got like something like 5 or 6 heavy bolter hits and wounds in here, and then the other guns didn't do anything. But Typhus passed all his saves.
Right, we'll go 4 las.
For the Quad Las at Predator, this is what I need you to miss. I need to keep some of this firepower. He's got 1 hit so far. He's obviously rerolling because Guilliman's still there. 2 hits. If you wound on 3s with a reroll. Oh, just 1. Can the Predator save on a 6? No. So it's D6 damage on the Predator for the 5. So Quad Las into Mortarion. I need these all to miss. He's got 1 hit so far. Please miss. Just the 1 hit. You wound on a 3 with a reroll. It's a wound. 4 up for Mortarion. Come on, Mortarion. It's a fail. So it's D6 damage.
High. 5.
Oh, it's 5. Well, he gets his disgusting. Come on, Mortarion. He's passed 2. He's got 1 wound left. He's failed 3. Mortarion is on a single wound, but he does have the big cannon. So what profile are you going to do? The 2d6 shots or the 2 super dupers? Bugger. He's got 8 shots hitting on 5s. So we're going to do that again because we forgot he's got Miasma Pestilence. So basically, he'd be hitting on 6s, but he can reroll everything except 5s, and he's got 3 las cannon hits this time.
Which is worse.
But we'll go back and do it properly.
My life.
And he's got 3 wounds. So 3 in wounds this time. So he's dropped 2, so it's 2d6 damage. You've got to do it properly, don't you? If he dies, he dies. So 5. So he has got 4 wounds left. He's only dropped 1 though. He's down to 3.
Oh, right, that is worked out better for
So
you.
it worked out a little bit better, but we did it properly. You got more hits, but I made more saves. So,
so
a little bit better. But then you've got the 2d6 from the main gun.
Hitting on
2d6 shots first. So you got 7 shots, and you'll be hitting on 5s normally, 6s because of the -1. You can reroll everything except 5s. Got 2 hits so far. 3 hits, and we're looking for strength 8, so 3's the wound. Reroll in. 3 wounds. in one time again. Come on, 4 ups. He's dropped 2 and it's 2 damage a time, isn't it? Yeah. So it's 4 disgustings. Oh, I think he's dead. I've made 1. Yeah, he was on 3. He's dead, so we'll have to measure up to see if he pops.
The predator.
So with that Mortarion pulls himself back into the warp, mortally wounded there from the fell blade. So James is just left with a raptor and he's going the lasers into the predator.
Lasers into predator. The cannon.
Main front cannon into this guy.
And then the 24
into the Terminators. Right.
Oh no, hang on, we've got this guy down here. No.
Oh, Typhus is still
hang on, and then still man.
Yeah, James is going to go for it. He's got Guilliman there. He's pretty confident Guilliman can mop up shop. So I tell you what, start with this guy.
Which was the 10 shot.
Which is your main rotor gun. So they've all hit. And it's strength wireless wound on 3s. And it can reroll because Guilliman's still within 6. So that's just that many. I'm just going to pick James's dice up. These are in-run 5-up demon saves. That's not a bad roll actually. There's only 3 gone through. It's 2 damage a pop, isn't it?
It is.
So he's got his disgusting resilience. He can potentially survive if I roll well here. 3. He's got a wound left.
Oh.
He's got 1 wound left, bless him. Bless you.
1, 2, 3, 4 lads going over at the predator.
Say goodbye to the predator. Do they all hit? They wound on 3s. With a reroll. 3 6-up saves for the predator. If it makes a 6-ups here, I'll give out a big cheer. Well, there's 2. He's got a chance it can survive. 2 gone through.
No.
Oh, no chance in hell. So we'll see if he blows, because there's a guy standing next to him. No. That's a predator gone. So James is just going to roll a whole load of quad heavy bolters into these guys. We'll do this off camera and come back. So when the smoke clears, James has managed to kill 2 of these guys off and put a wound on the last one. Now I can't fail morale because the leadership's too high. And that's the last of his gun to shoot. So it is the charge phase. Typhus only has a pistol gun if you're going to go in.
Yeah, I'm going to go out.
Yeah, so he's charging. Did you say Kronos is going first, then Guilliman's going in? Okay, so we'll do some Overwatch off camera. So Typhus looks like he's living on borrowed time here. Guilliman and Kronos have made it in. Kronos took a wound on Overwatch from the Destroyer Hive. And Jim's going to start with Guilliman. Probably going to say goodbye to Typhus unless he can roll epic on his saves. So he's going with the Emperor's Sword, so 6 attacks. They've miraculously all hit, look at that. He'll be wounded on 3s. And he can reroll now. 6s will cause D3 mortal wounds in addition. So there's D3 and 6 wounds. So there's 6 and then D3 for the mortal wounds as well. Because I'll keep that on the end for the disgustingly resilient. Not D3 mortal wounds.
Sorry.
You may get a 3. Yeah, 1. So I'll just roll your dice. So these are -3, so I'll be on Typhus. 4 up in 1. I need to make them all. Right, he's failed 2. Now what's the damage on the Emperor's Sword? I think it's a flat 3. So it is a flat 3, so the 6 damage come through for those and the mortal wound itself. So Typhus needs to save these on his disgustingly resilience. 1, 2, 3 saved. He took 4 wounds. You only had 3 left, so Typhus has been decapitated. So the end of the turn, James has gone up to 4 points because he holds objective 2. And that's it. So going into Death Guard turn 4, it's 17-4. And it's Operation Hide and Survive, I think, for the Death Guard. So we'll do some Death Guard movement in turn 4 and come back. Right, Operation Retreat is in full effect. So the Poxwalker guy, the Poxbringer has moved back here. He did advance back. Now I am within 18 of Guilliman for a smite, or I can heal myself. I think I'm probably going to try and smite you, just because I'm as good as dead anyway with whatever comes at us. These guys have stayed put. The Chaos Lord shuffled back a little bit just to keep range and line of sight as far away from James's army as he can. The Hellbrute has shuffled around a little bit to put a couple of las cannon shots into that. I was debating just hiding back here, which is probably the smart choice. But nah, we're going to go for it. We're going to try and tickle off a Predator, because that'll help these guys who advanced backwards into the crater to get some cover and potentially score line breaker. So we're going to go into the psychic phase. Let's smite. Oh, I thought I was going to get a super smite there. So it's D3 mortal wounds on Guilliman. Just realised you've got no command point if he dies either, you know, for coming back.
Wait, no, he gets
it's on a 4-up, isn't it? But that's what I mean, you've got no command points to reroll it. So there's 2 mortal wounds on Guilliman, he's down to 2.
Yeah, that's stupid, he should have pulled him back.
And that's the end of my psychic phase. Well, there's not really anything that can shoot him or anything there, so you're pretty safe, everything's dead. Actually, I think the only guns in my army are down here. Yeah. And the Hellbrute's only just within 14-inch range of the Predator. So that's what he's going to go for. He did move, obviously he's Death Guard, so he ignores the penalties. So he's not within range to reroll anything, so he's got a hit. He doesn't even get a wound. I knew I should have hid. We'll measure up for the Terminators, but I'm pretty sure they're more than 24 inches away. So that is the end of Death Guard turn 4. And at the end of that turn, I'll score 1, 2, and 3 points. That's it, 3 points. So going into Ultramarine turn 4, and the score is 20-4. But obviously James could absolutely table me here, so he's going in for the kill. So the Ultramarine Gung Ho Castle has basically stayed where it is. A little bit of shuffling. The Predator stayed still. The Flyers are still in hover. The Fellblade has been healed at the end of the movement phase. James is just looking to make sure he's in range with his guns. He should be, yeah. If not, he would just move it forward a little bit of an inch. So. Right. So everything's there, they're all in range, they've been healed, everything's damaged. This is Operation Survive, so let James decide where he's going to shoot, who he's going to start with. So the Predator is going downfield at the Hellbrute who shot at him. I knew I should have stayed away. Yeah, he's still on his full profile, so that's 3 hits. He'll be wounded on 3s. Oh no, 3 wounds. 3 6s, it's happening, you've done it. I want to do it. Ooh, close. He's got D6 damage on the Hellbrute. 5, so he's still alive. So the Storm Talon next is doing its las cannons at the Hellbrute. It's missed twice. Can reroll. It's hit twice this time. It's little guns, sorry, the assault cannons are going at the Terminators. That is 2 wounds. Can the Hellbrute roll a double 6? I think he needs to, or he's gone. Well, it's definitely 1d6. Oh, he's rolled Snake Eyes. Oh, yeah, he's definitely gone. Doesn't matter if he blows, there's nobody around. So, obviously, this guy broke the Hellbrute. He's just rolled there. Got like 10 or 11 wounds or something on these guys, but they actually saved them all in the cover, which is a bit of a blessing. So the Fellblade healed, still be hitting on 5s. Obviously, Guilliman's there to help out. What it's going to do is Demolisher Cannon, Multi-Melter, Heavy Bolter's going into this guy. The rest of the guns are going into the Terminators.
I'll multi-melter Terminators too. So
are you in 24? You might not be. We'll double check for you. If not, you'll shoot the multi-melter at the other guy.
Sorry, 20.
So this is the Heavy Bolters, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Ouch. No, the 5s hit. The 5s hit as well. You hit on 5s.
Oh, I thought it was.
And you wound on 4s.
Sorry.
No, you got 2 5s, I think. Roll another dice, definitely roll another dice. Yeah. Then re-roll those 2s because you wound on 4s.
Oh.
And he's at 5. Yeah. I'm going to use your dice. I'll use the dice you wounded me on. So this guy, doesn't matter being in the cover. Just looking for a 5-up in run. Oh, he's definitely dead. Because it'll be a 5-up disgusting. Yeah, he's definitely dead. So that leaves the big guns and las cannons to fire at those Terminators. Oh. Ouch! Look at that, it's 5s and 6s as well, you can re-roll them. What a roll that was, James. 3s to wound. You can re-roll fail because of Guilliman. This could sting.
The dice.
These are 4-up in runs. So we've got 2. Just 2 go through, so it's 2d6. 4 and 4. So I'll have to do these one at a time because obviously it's enough to kill a guy. So the first guy is dead. The second guy... Well, the first one would have been dead. I knew he had 1 wound. And the second guy is dead with 2 wounds. So I'm going to take off the flail guy just because this guy's got a combi melter. But it's 2d6 shots from the main gun. Can you not hit him with these ones, please? Hitting on 5s and 6s, but he can re-roll all those misses. Oh my god. And this is 3s to wound because it's strength 8. Rerolling the failed wounds. And this was minus something, so it'll probably be on the invuln save unless it wasn't minus 1, it was at least minus 2. But we'll let James check. Yeah, so it's minus 3, 2 damage, so I would be looking for 4s for the invuln. So there's 4 gone through, which means I've got 8 disgustings. I'll roll another one of these. So he's dead. There's 4 wounds anyway. That's the last of him. So the Raptor obviously can't target the Chaos Lord down here, so he is pumping everything into these guys. So you're going to start with the Laz. Yeah, can reroll the 2 because you're within 6 of Guilliman, aren't you?
Yeah. No.
And these are wound on 2s. And you can reroll the wound. Just 2 wounds. 2 demon saves. I need to make these because these are the shield for my dude. Nope, so it's d6 damage a time. 1 and 3s, 4s, enough to kill a base. So we're going to take this one off just to keep the distance a bit bigger. Yeah, James is rolling for his Avenger Bow. Can just point out the reason I didn't get the disgustingly resilient with these guys is because the las cannons aren't a damage 1 weapon, they're a d6, so they don't get it.
Yeah, and same with this.
Same with this, yeah, they'll not get any disgustingly resilient. Hitting on 3s, because you've got power of the machine spirit on it, so
yeah.
So all bar 1 hit, and it's wounding on
6.
Yeah. So wounding on 2s, re-rolling. That's just 1 dice, re-roll 1. No, they all wound.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
That's
sorry.
all right.
Yeah, sorry.
They all wound.
Two, sorry.
So these are 5 up demon saves. So we've made 2. And then the others are 2 damage. It pops with 2, 4, 2, 4. That's the Nurglin's gone. Which means your whole army's done. Because there's nothing in charge range. No. That's the end. So it's going to be Death Guard turn 5 with a Chaos Lord. And James is going to score 1 point this turn because Guilliman's sitting there. So what is the Chaos Lord going to do? We'll have to see. So turn 5, this guy is just staying in the cover 3 inches away from this. And he's going to await the onslaught of James's army. So that's Death Guard turn 5 done. And at the end of that turn, I'll score a point. We're going to Space Marines turn 5.
What's together?
Yeah. So Guilliman's come through. The vehicles have moved up. The Predators just stayed still. They cannot fit through any gaps to get to see the Chaos Lord. Kronos has moved up. And then the Flyers have been sent in to dispatch the Chaos Lord.
Right, I'll just start off with the last then. So I'll do the 8 there and the 2 in there because he'll have the strafing.
Yeah.
So hitting on...
Well, actually no, because he'll hit on... Oh yeah, they'll all hit on 3s. Yeah. So we've got 8 las cannons coming in on the Chaos Lord.
Yeah.
Is it not?
No, he'd be hitting on...
6 las cannons in it. 2, 4,
sorry,
6.
sorry.
There's James trying to cheat when I've only got a Chaos Lord left. With 6 las cannons plus a Fellblade to shoot at them.
From? Yeah, right.
Probably thinking of the Fellblade because that's coming next with 8 las cannons. Hitting on 3s. No rerolls this time.
That's alright, I don't mind.
Winning on 2s. 3. Right, I'm going to just use your dice because of there. 3, 4 up invulns. He's failed 1, so you've got d6 damage. 5, he's dead. First one. So that is a tabling. So James does win. The end of that turn, he's absolutely managed to destroy Mortarion's horde, which was quite a fun game to play at, to be honest, because it was terrifying. Like, I knew I had to try and get in contact with you as soon as I could. Yeah. But again, like I said at the start of the first turn, with having to come out, I sort of didn't want first turn because I wanted you to have to move all your stuff in different directions. But I couldn't. I had to go and get them anyway. But when you
look at the points value you had compared to.
Well, that's the thing is that realistically,
I had to go for a table.
I knew in my head I should have said should have hit the hell route.
Yeah.
I definitely should. But to be fair, if it went on to turn 6 anyway, turn 7, I couldn't get out of the way of your Flyers. They would have just killed it. Yeah. And your Predator would have bombed down the table and got extra shots at them anyway. So it was a case of having to survive and look at the score. You know, it's like 20 odd points to 5, so you did the right thing. You know, you said at the start you come for it. You come to destroy an army, basically. You knew you weren't going to win on command points. And it was more about, could I take out the stuff I needed to take out? And I had some... Like, my long-range stuff like the Hellbrutes didn't do very well. If I'd managed to kill the Raptors and stuff by shooting at them, it could have been a different game.
Yeah, it would have been.
Because they wouldn't have had that mobility later on. And this little unit here would have been my saving grace because nothing could have targeted this guy. You'd had to put a full army's worth of firepower there. And then if the game ended, I'd have won.
You would have won.
Yeah. So it's good the way it works out. I like it. I'm a bit good and I never got to get Mortarion in against Guilliman, but...
Do you want to do a one-on-one now?
Nah, you can't do because it's not in battle scenario. It's not in battle scenario because the thing is, like you said, Guilliman, you know, if he's got... By the time they would normally meet in a battle anyway, Guilliman might have took a few mortal wounds, Mortarion would be wounded, you know, there'd be psychic powers going off left, right and centre, that kind of stuff. So it's not a true... Yeah, it's not a true reflection. Just keep it as it is. Mortarion brought his demon horde today. I wouldn't have done better with my pure death guard. I think I maybe would have done actually my pure burst crawlers and stuff like that. But I wanted to bring my Helldrakes. I've never used them in a long time in the Mauler Fiends.
That's why I hate Helldrakes.
Yeah.
I made a point of taking them out. If he hadn't getting in that...
Oh yeah, the Helldrakes are really good because they're fast and aggressive and like you said, it can tag a lot of tanks. But there was so much firepower in the little circle of 6 that... Basically, everyone knows, you whatever you pick out with that firepower really kills stuff. And like I said, Guilliman's fantastic. I love Guilliman. I've got Guilliman as well. When you pair him with the really hardcore units, that's when you see the best killing power. You know, like a Fire Raptor and a Fellblade and Las Cannon sitting next to Guilliman are absolutely devastating. And then, you know, you could try and play... You play the objective game like you did and like you've showed off the points. You know, I'll absolutely smash you on the points like any army would, but... You've then got to play smart and survive as well. And so I tried to target these guys early on, it just didn't pay off. But that's good. Now it was really good. I really enjoyed that because I love playing scary games.
Is that the first
James?
Yeah.
No, I think James has beat us twice now.
And
twice in 2 or 3 years. And he had to cheat. He had to use Guilliman. Nah, he's not cheating. He's not cheating. I love it. I think it's class. Well, last time, it shows a big difference in it. The Fellblade and Mortarion smashed it to pieces. Yeah. In the last battle report.
Then again, you know what I'm like. I don't know what I'm playing against. You've brought these guys at me a few times now, and I've picked up a little bit.
Yeah, he likes... So the Death Guard are a hard army to play against, to be fair, like I said. If I'd have took other Death Guard stuff, like the Predators wouldn't have got the disgustingly resilient, but like I said, I miss not using all my other models. I love the Mauler Fiends, I love Helldrake models and stuff, and it makes a bit of fluff. Like Mortarion loves to mess around and build demon engines. Yeah. So I love doing that aspect of it. Yeah, who cares? It was a really good game, it was a fun game, and then it just shows how brutal 40k can be. Like that first turn, even if I just managed to keep some zombies alive, the contact tanks could have been massively different, but... Yeah. You had the good firepower and your target priority was getting a lot better. And you just managed to just rinse the forces of chaos. So Guilliman has cleared the field. What a hero. Didn't really do anything, but what else? Oh, he killed Typhus. And poor Mortarion. He tried, didn't he? Smash the Land Raider. He killed Kronos. Well, killed Kronos' Land Raider and come through. Tried to do his very best, but in the end, couldn't manage it. And that was a cracking game. Really good.